Good evening. What's going on, y'all? It's your Q, man. We back again for another week, another episode, another and get better. Look, I was just talking to the producer, the man behind the scenes, just now. I want to talk about uh, the title of today's episode is "I'm Ready to Give Up." And like I said, I was just talking to uh, Ely about how I was feeling. How I was feeling like in a rut, kind of depressed in a sense. And I was to the point that I didn't want to do this. Um, just I'm not gonna say out of nowhere. When you've been there before, you know what the feeling is. You know how it feels to get in those dark spots in life where you feel yourself just being down and being able to recognize it. Because with that, especially during this time of year, during the holiday season, deal with that depression. Whether it's grieving the loss of a loved one or being in a position to where you're looking back over and you're assessing things and you are realizing you may have taken um, some of the friends you may have lost, some of the hurt during the year. One thing that I understand is that if we're not um, in a position of constantly being thankful, constantly thank God, and constantly remind ourselves that in spite of whatever may have dealt with, in spite of whatever may have come our way, that we made it, right? So yes, we get into the mindset to where we feel like I'm ready to give up. So this podcast is not for people who don't get tired. This podcast is not for people that always have good days. You know what I'm saying? This podcast is for not for the people that you know um, never have ups and downs. Everything is good. This podcast is not for you all. This podcast is for some real people. That do life. You know what I'm saying? That have hard times. That face the up and downs. That face the swift transitions of life that occur to us all. Um, so it's pivotal. It's important. It's imperative that we understand and realize that in spite of it all, in spite of because if we look, and it takes um surveying your surroundings, right? It takes looking around and seeing that yeah, I may have taken some losses. Yeah, I may have been through some things. Yeah, I might have some dirt on me. But I can look around and see that I'm better. I'm farther than I was. I'm doing whether it's small or whether it's by large bounds. I'm better. I've gotten better. I've made it through to another chance, another time, another opportunity to get right. And once we start understanding, because man, I look back over the last few years, man, and I have seen death like I have never seen it before in my life. You know what I'm saying? I have seen death so prevalent, and there's young, old people that I don't. Man, the death angel has been doing his thing, man. And I'm looking at that, and I'm like, man, people that I've known, people that I was my classmates, some of my close friends, no longer here. No longer here. Those families, that void that was left from them leaving this earth can never be filled. And you know, we often we get so acquainted, we get so stuck in the mundane routine, thinking that every day is a given, right? We think that you're supposed to wake up out that bed because that alarm clock go off, and you're supposed to, get dressed, go to work, do your job, come home, and it's just a routine. But we miss the small blessings, and that alarm clock gonna wake you up, because it's a lot of people that alarm clock went off and they still sleep. You know what I'm saying? So it's being reminding yourself and always being aware that it's only by God's grace that we are allowed to wake up every day and do what we do. I don't take that for granted, man. And I say it so often now. You gotta be thankful simply for life itself. Because you have to understand, if I wake up, if God gives me another chance to wake up, that's another opportunity for him to feel whatever he's trying to fulfill in my life. You know what I'm saying? And it's understanding, hey, if he hasn't taken me away from here, then it's something he's still trying to get. It's something he's still trying to to work out in me and through me and for me, because I'm for a reason. I'm here on purpose. Nothing that God does is the happenstance. It just he doesn't operate like that. Everything he does is on purpose. So it's understanding that, hey, if I'm still here, I have purpose, and everybody can relate. Everybody can look at their own lives and understand, hey, we have lost some people. You know what I'm saying? We have lost some loved ones. We have lost some friends. We have lost some co-workers. You know, we have lost people. But the fact that we still here, the fact that we still get to be and function and, waking up in your right, that's an underrated blessing. Having your right mind, that you have a mind to, wake up and do what you know the name, and you know the people around you, and you're able to function as a normal human being without the assistance of anything or anybody else. The activity of your limbs, because I'm telling you, man, if you go to some of these hospitals, you go to some of these places where people are bedridden, they would trade places with you in the blink of an eye. And that's what I want y'all to remember during this holiday season. I don't care how bad it looks or how bad you may feel. It could be worse. And even looking now, you know what I'm saying? You are better off now than you were before. So it's being grateful, it's being thankful for that in itself. Because I don't ever want to be in a position, I don't want y'all to ever be in a position to where we're taking what God is giving us for granted. Life, man. Life. To be able to wake up and breathe and function and love ones, love on your spouse, love on your kids, love on your mother and father if they're still blessed to be here. Man, that is a blessing. That is a blessing, man. I know a lot of people get down. A lot of people be feeling a certain type of way if they can't financially do what they think they should be doing at this time of year. And I get it. I get it. But I understand money comes and goes. Money comes and goes. It's one of those things that just fluctuates. It's down, you're good sometimes, you're not. It's just one of those things. But life is so precious, man. When you really take on to that, hold on to grab hold of life and really appreciate that. And you think, what would life be if this person wasn't here? What would life be, you know, if I closed my eyes and that was it? I heard this some years back, man, and it has stuck with me all through life. This preacher said this. He said, yes, your birthday is important, and the day that you leave here is important. He said, but that's not the most important. Neither one of those days is the most important. He said the most important is the dash. And that's what you did in between those times. Right? So I understand that a lot of times life is not what you can provide financially. Those aren't where the most gratifying experiences come from. The most gratifying experiences is when did you do something for somebody that couldn't do something for you? You know, when did you bless somebody? When did you give of yourself and not expect anything in return? When did you share with somebody about God and how, you know, he brought you, how you know, he kept you, he restored you. You know, my biggest thing is when I leave here, I just want people to be able to say that Q made a positive impact on my life. Something that I did or said helped them along the way and made them want to change and made them want to do something different and better for themselves. You know, whether I ever be famous, whether I ever get rich, if I can help somebody see God through my life and through something that I said, I'm grateful. That's what it's all about. And if I'm doing what God do, if I'm following my purpose, even the times when I want to give up, even when I just want to throw in the towel, I'm frustrated with my home life. I'm frustrated with my job. I'm even when all hell is breaking loose around me. You know what I'm saying? When I can look and tell God, thank you. Because when you tell God thank you, that opens up so many doors because we were made in his image, right? So God gets a kick. You want to get God's attention, love on it. You know what I'm saying? Worship him. You know, just like us, if we're doing something that somebody pays us a compliment or tells us thank you, showing us gratitude, or you know, it makes us feel good. It's the same way with him. You know, when you love on him and tell him how grateful you are for what he's done, tell him, you know, thank you for making a way. Thank you for providing. Thank you for the roof over my head. Thank you for food on my table. Thank you for good health. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for providing when I didn't have. When you start to show that gratitude, you get his attention. You get his attention. You get him looking your way. You know, because oftentimes we ask, like I said, we asking for more, and we're not already grateful for what we have. I always want to be in a position and a posture of humble and showing gratitude. Right? Get discouraged, and I'm looking daily. The focus is not on being better. The world is chaos. You got so much going on. So people are totally oblivious. So scary that people care about having a good time than getting their lives together. And it's scary because people are dying. People are leaving. And all people are concerned is having a good time. The spirit of the world is evil. They want to call wrong right and right wrong. You know, everybody is coming up against it. Everybody living how they want to do, and there's the standard. Who's gonna set the standard? It's discouraging, right? For a young minister, especially not just for a young minister, but anybody trying to walk this walk and do what's right, right? So it's not just about being a clergy member, like just that, but anybody that's trying to affect change, and you're seeing the current state of the world, and you seeing all this stuff going around you, you be like, man, you know what? I'm just gonna I'm done. Like it's no helping these people. It's no change in them. You know, and it makes you upset. And I'm just being honest. I'm being real. It makes you upset because you like, man, what is it gonna take? Because the moments that we are serious, or the moments that we are trying to do better, they're short lived. They don't last long. It's no consistency. There's no persistence with it. And I understand, been there, done that. But once God really started tugging at your heart, He really started letting you see the inner workings of things, and He let you see stuff deeper than what's superficial, what just meets the eye. And you understand how dangerous, how scary these times, or how the devil seemingly like he's winning. And I've never been the one to just lay down and just take it. There's never been me. I've always been a stand up guy. When I played sports, I was a warrior. I was one of them guys in the trenches. Like, we gonna go get it. We gonna go to battle. I don't care how big it is, whatever. We gonna go get it. Either you gonna lay down, or I'm gonna lay down. And I don't plan on laying down. That's just always been my attitude. But seeing the world be more interested in things that are not of a good report, right? That doesn't really benefit your life at all, but it's entertaining. It's entertaining. But I've been hearing this my whole life. One day it's gonna come. Well, I don't care where you at, what you doing. Every knee gonna have to bow. I'm gonna have to confess that He is Lord, and I just want it to be on the right side of it all. And I don't want the blood to be on my get it out there that I didn't try to let people know. And I like I say, I understand. I can relate. And that's why, like I say, the title of the show today, I'm ready to give up, because I get it. I get it. Just today, I wanted to be done with this, right? I was telling the producer, I was telling Ely, I said, hey man, look, I wasn't feeling it. I was trying to tell you to cancel it, like be done. But God was like, what's your real motivation? Why are you really doing it? If it's that easy for you to quit on it, what is it really about? So I gotta stick to it, because one day it's gonna reach who it needs to reach, and it's gonna affect who it needs to affect. I just gotta keep doing what I'm called and purpose to do, and He gonna do the rest. I just gotta keep doing what I'm called and purpose, and that's what you all gotta do. Keep doing what you're called and purpose to do. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care who says what. Keep going, because a lot of times with God, with microwave generation, we want everything instant. We want everything instant. But what I've seen, and it's just to help you relate, what I've seen, a lot of the stuff that was microwavable ain't all that good. It's quick. And a lot of times when it's quick, when you get to eating, a lot of times when you get into it, it ain't all the way done. So what we have to do is be okay with the process that we're going through, because we're being put together. We are on the potter's wheel, and being on a potter's wheel, it's a process. It's a molding. And I didn't know this, that even when a potter has made the whatever, the pot, the vase, whatever he's making, after he has shaped it with his hands, it has to go into like a furnace before it could hold anything, before it could hold water, before it could hold flowers or anything. It has to go into a furnace and be baked. It has to go into the fire. So after you've been molded, after you've been squeezed and put into those situations where you felt like, look, Lord, I can't, I ain't gonna make it. Then you got to go into the fire. So then you got to go even to some tougher stuff. And what the fire does is take out all the impurities. It takes out all the moisture in the pot or whatever it is. It takes out all the moisture. So you have to be purified. Some stuff has to come off of you in order for you to reach that next level. Don't think that these hard times are for nothing, because the resistance that you're feeling just gives you confirmation that you're moving. The hard times that you're going through they're just strengthening you for the next level. Life comes in seasons. Sometimes it feels like it comes in tidal tsunami waves sometimes, to where you just feel overwhelmed. But I'm here to tell you, it's not sent to kill you. It's not sent to kill you. Everything is sent to make you better, to make you stronger, to make you wiser, to sharpen your sense of discernment. But the thing that can make it worse is your perception of it. If your perception of it is bad, if your perception of it is, oh, this gonna take me out. Well, yeah, because you just spoke defeat. But if you dealing with something, you say, okay, God, this was sent to test me. I'm gonna pass the test this time. Give me the strength. Give me the knowledge and the wisdom to be able to say the right thing, do the right thing. Give me the discernment to know when to say something. Because a lot of times we talk ourselves into some stuff that we shouldn't even been in. We let ourselves get into situations that we shouldn't even been in, when we should have just been quiet. Held our peace. But it all comes with experiences. It all comes with understanding that I don't know it all. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not built to carry all of this. I'm not built to be God. That's why that the Lord give us this daily bread. I mean, He didn't say yesterday, because yesterday's bread is old, and tomorrow's bread ain't baked yet. Give us this day our daily bread. That's all we can be concerned about, is this day. And I'm telling you, if you are, doing what you're supposed to do, and praying and asking God, that's all you can really handle is that day. You can't really handle nothing else past that. We're not built to handle past that. Life gonna life enough for one day. You know what I'm saying? Rather than trying to worry about how I'm going, because that's where I find like most of my stress came from. Me trying to think to the next day or next week, or how I'm gonna do this next month. And man, look, you talking about stress. Once I understood that, dog, you're not built to be thinking that. Thankful in the giving you. And I'm telling you, man, once you really, really get that, man, you could be in somebody's cemetery. Once you really start to look at your life and understand, like, man, every day that God gives me is a blessing. Well, sometimes I just thank you, Lord. Because I'm just be grateful to be alive, grateful not to be in somebody's hospital, grateful not to be behind some jail bars. And for the people that are, it can get better. If you are not deceased, you have an opportunity. I don't care what your situation. I don't care if you're in the hospital. I don't care if you are in jail. You still have an opportunity to get better. God can still change in life right where you are. The blessing is having life. That's the blessing. It's having life. So don't think because of what your current situation is that's it for you. Because I'm here to tell you it's not. You can be better. You will be better. Believe it. Trust the process. Trust God. Never forget. For we know that all things work together for the good of those. He didn't say some. He didn't say before I got in trouble. He said all things. So no matter where you are, what you've done, what has happened to you, all things work together to those that love God and are called according to his purpose. So it's understanding, realizing, first you gotta love God, and first you gotta understand what it is in life. What did he put you here for? Those are the two requirements for it all to work out for you good. Because a lot of people say, well, I say that scripture and everything don't be working out for me. Well, you gotta love him. And first you gotta be called according to his purpose. You gotta be in line with what he said. Because can you go to a bank that you ain't never put no money in and get some out? No. No. You can't be asked if you haven't made a deposit, and establish relationship. God wants to hear from you. God, he wants to hear from you. He wants to, he wants you to bring all your cares and your problems to him. But we have to bring them to him. And we have to be honest with ourselves, and admit that, hey, we got some issues. Yeah, God, I've done this, I've done that. I've fallen short, I haven't forgiven myself, these are my issues. Help me with them. Because a lot of times, in order for a problem to be rectified, in order for a difference to be made, we must first acknowledge that there is a problem. You gotta first say, yeah, God, I got a problem and I need your help. Because you got so many people that will not acknowledge the fact that they have a problem because they have become so comfortable in dysfunction that dysfunction has become their normal. So when the dysfunction has become their normal, you come and you try to introduce them to God and a new way of thinking. They look at you crazy because the dysfunction has become their normal. So you'll be telling them, hey, it's not, you don't have to give up. You don't have to throw in the towel. God wants, and they're looking at you like, what? I ain't never heard nothing like this. What are you talking about? Because they have heard the reverse. That it's always something. I can't never get ahead, and I'ma always be here. And your daddy was this, and your mama was this. They have been beat down with their toxicity. That when you come and try to give them something fresh, something new, it's like it's foreign to them because dysfunction is their norm. It's what they're used to. So look, like I always say, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. Meditate on it. Nothing in your life is happening to you, it's happening for you. Grow. Grow. Just like today is raining. Look, rain is great. Rain is great. It's watering the harvest. It's watering the seeds that you have planted. Well, what are the seeds? You know, the Bible tells us those that have sown in tears will reap in joy. So, some seeds of being faithful, being consistent, being honest, being a good friend, being trustworthy. You've been there for people that haven't been there for you. You've sown that sometimes you didn't really have it to give, but you sowed anyway. You've sown your time when you didn't have finances. You've sown with your time, your efforts, your talents. Man, God gonna honor that. God will honor that. He will honor it. You just got to remain faithful. Stay the course. Endure tough times as a good soldier. It's gonna get better. It's already getting better. We just gotta believe it, and that's encouragement for me, because I'm telling you, right today, I got down. I felt myself going back into that dark place, that depression, like just not, you know. I'm like, God, how you got me? Like saying, like I'm ministering to people every week, um, telling them it's gonna get better. Then it feel like my own life, you know. But that's just the devil playing with your mind, because life a whole lot better than what it used to be. And it's gonna get a whole lot more better, more better. I know that's bad English, but it's gonna get more better. You know, it's just the process we're going through, and God just trying to see, can He trust you with what's next? Let that sit on you. Can God trust you with what's next? Cause what's next gonna be greater. It's gonna be better. You just gotta hold on. Be strong. Keep the faith. Surround yourself with people that will pray for you and not on you. And remember that it's storms don't last, they pass. So I don't care what dark spot you may be in. I know the thoughts that come with it. And right now we pray against any thoughts of suicide, any thoughts of harming yourself, any thoughts of depression, any pills or anything like that you're thinking about taking yourself out. We right now in the name of Jesus. Anybody that I declare and decree over your life, longevity, prosperity, happiness, peace, strength, comfort. We decree and declare that over your life right now. And we thank God, because we know that it's already done. If you just have to receive it. And then pray that prayer tonight to God. Right now we ask for strength, peace, rest, God. Right now I ask that the Holy Spirit visit anybody that's in need, that needs comfort, that needs reassurance, that feels like all hope is gone. Right now, as we ask God that you calm their spirits, give them a peaceful reassurance that you are there, you have always been there, and you're going to be there until the end. Any attempt of the enemy to take anybody out tonight, we come against it. And we thank God for it. Devil, you can't win. Jesus is Lord. And we thank you for being the great I am. Look, I don't want to hold you all long, man. It's the holiday season, man. A season of being grateful. A season of spending time with loved ones, really loving on people, man, and being thankful for the ones that made it to the end of the year. We have a few more days before we enter a new year. So, man, make the best of these few days. Go out this year with a bang. Keep grinding. Keep focusing. Keep trying to get better. And it's gonna work out. Don't wait until the new year. Start now. Take each day as an opportunity to say, okay, I'm blessed with new grace and new mercy today. Let's get better. Day by day, step by step, let's get better. And you'll see the change. You'll see the growth. And be grateful for it. Don't take any of it for granted. So look, again, happy holidays. Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy New Year's. Look, enjoy, love on your people, man. Love on your people. And look, I'm praying for y'all. Send one up for your boy. And we'll see y'all in the new year, man. Look, love y'all. Time was well spent. We finna get out of here. God bless.